The mystical tradition within Christianity represents a rich tapestry of spiritual insights, practices, and experiences that seek union with the divine. Rooted in the belief that individuals can directly encounter God through contemplative prayer, mystical theology explores the depths of the human soul and its relationship with the transcendent. This essay delves into the mystical tradition within Christianity, examining its historical development, key figures, central themes, and enduring relevance. Historical development. The mystical tradition in Christianity has its roots in the early church, with figures like the Desert Fathers and Mothers, who withdrew from society to pursue lives of prayer, asceticism, and solitude in the Egyptian desert. These early Christian ascetics sought to cultivate intimacy with God through contemplation and self-denial, laying the foundation for later developments in Christian mysticism. During the medieval period, mysticism flourished within monastic communities and among theologians like Bernard of Clairvaux, Hildegard of Bingen, and Meister Eckhart. These mystics explored themes of divine love, union with God, and the transformative power of contemplative prayer. Their writings, such as Bernard's On Loving God, Hildegard's Mystical Visions, and Eckhart's sermons on the birth of the Word and the soul, reflected a profound engagement with the mystical experience of God. The late Middle Ages witnessed the emergence of new mystical movements, such as the Beguines and the Friends of God, which emphasized personal piety, devotion to Christ, and mystical union with the divine. Figures like Julian of Norwich, Catherine of Siena, and John of Ruysbroek further contributed to the development of Christian mysticism, offering profound insights into the nature of God's love and the soul's journey toward union with God. The Renaissance and Reformation periods saw a continuation of mystical exploration, with figures like Teresa of Avila, John of the Cross, and Ignatius of Loyola leading the way. Teresa's Interior Castle and John's Dark Night of the Soul are classic works that describe the stages of mystical ascent and the purification of the soul in its quest for union with God. Ignatius's spiritual exercises provided a structured framework for experiencing God's presence and discerning His will through contemplative prayer and meditation. Key themes. Several central themes characterize the mystical tradition within Christianity. Union with God. At the heart of Christian mysticism is the desire for intimate communion with God. Mystics seek to transcend the limitations of human understanding and experience the presence of the divine in their lives. Union with God is often described in terms of love, intimacy, and spiritual ecstasy, as the soul seeks to be united with its Creator. Contemplative prayer. Contemplative prayer is a central practice in Christian mysticism, involving silent meditation, inner stillness, and openness to the presence of God. Through contemplation, mystics seek to quiet the mind, surrender the ego, and enter into a deep communion with the divine. Contemplative prayer can take various forms, including centering prayer, Lectio Divina, and the Jesus Prayer. The Dark Night of the Soul. The journey of the mystic often involves periods of darkness, doubt, and spiritual desolation known as the Dark Night of the Soul. This stage of purification, described by John of the Cross, involves the stripping away of attachments, egoic desires, and false images of God, leading to a deeper surrender to God's will and a greater reliance on faith. Divine love. Divine love is a central theme in mystical theology, reflecting the belief that God's love is the source and goal of all human existence. Mystics like Julian of Norwich and Bernard of Clairvaux emphasize the transformative power of God's love, which heals, purifies, and unites the soul with its beloved. Mystical experience. The mystical experience involves direct encounters with the divine, often characterized by visions, revelations, and ecstatic states of consciousness. While mystical experiences vary in intensity and form, they are marked by a sense of awe, wonder, and transcendence, as the soul glimpses the divine reality beyond the limitations of the material world. Enduring relevance. The mystical tradition within Christianity continues to be a source of inspiration, guidance, and spiritual nourishment for believers today. Its emphasis on union with God, contemplative prayer, and divine love speaks to the universal human longing for meaning, purpose, and connection with the sacred. In an increasingly secular and materialistic world, the mystical tradition offers a counter-cultural vision of reality that transcends the superficialities of consumerism and individualism. Mystics like Teresa of Avila and Meister Eckhart invite us to cultivate inner silence, deepen our awareness of God's presence, and awaken to the divine mystery that pervades all of creation. Moreover, the mystical tradition provides a framework for navigating the challenges and uncertainties of life. The dark night of the soul, with its emphasis on spiritual purification and transformation, offers hope and encouragement to those who find themselves in periods of doubt, despair, or disillusionment. By embracing the darkness as a necessary step on the path to union with God, mystics remind us that even our deepest struggles can lead to greater light and insight. Furthermore, the mystical tradition fosters a sense of unity and interconnectedness with all of creation. Mystics like Hildegard of Bingen and Francis of Assisi celebrated the beauty and sacredness of the natural world, recognizing it as a reflection of God's glory. In an age of environmental crisis and ecological degradation, their vision of creation as a divine gift calls us to reverence, stewardship, and care for the earth and all its inhabitants. In conclusion, the mystical tradition within Christianity offers a profound and timeless wisdom that continues to inspire, challenge, and transform lives. Its emphasis on union with God, contemplative prayer, and divine love speaks to the deepest longings of the human heart and offers a path to wholeness, healing, and holiness. As we journey into the depths of the mystical tradition, may we encounter the divine presence that dwells within and beyond us, and may our souls be forever transformed by the ineffable mystery of